Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pat back at it again with another video, and today I'm just gonna be going over my trade recap and my thought process coming into today. I did not make much, but that's not the point. I'm protecting my process over profit, and I'm just making sure I'm focusing on the right habits in order to become profitable. Honestly, the past few weeks, like I said in my last video, I've just been focused on literally focusing on just chasing P&L, forcing the 10K payout, coming from a place of need instead of abundance. And I understand that that's not the trader I want to be long term, so I was forced to just step away and really reflect on the trader I wanted to be. And today, my actions and my thoughts reflected the trader that I do see myself in the long term. But yeah, coming into the session, I was I had a neutral bias, but as soon as I came into the session, I saw that ES had taken. So at the time before all this happened, ES had taken previous day high. So we had like a SMT. Where was it? Yeah. So we had a SMT right here. We had taken previous day high. We were inside this big ass imbalance, so we were delivering off a 1 hour fair value gap. So that's an external SMT delivery from a higher time frame gap. So this is pre-market, so I was looking for shorts right away. Next thing I was looking for is an internal SMT, and as we can see, going into pre-market, this was around 620. I hopped on the charts. I saw that we had an internal SMT, so an internal SMT, and we're also delivering from a higher time frame gap. Um, Long story short, I entered off this and had my stops at the internal SMT for a $250 loss or stop loss. And I'm not gonna lie, I did scale out of this position just because I wanted to add more size, but I was in an NQ contract, so and I didn't want to add another mini because that would have been $500, so I just went to MNQ and size with 15 micros. That's besides the point though. This ended up being a break-even trade because my original TP was this 30-minute unfilled gap below right here, and my break-even was this swing low right here. But I did notice that ES had taken this low and we created an SMT. It was during market open, and I didn't want to take any chances. So I just went break even, and as you can see, open, we literally just manipulate back into this fair value gap near my entry, and we just dump straight to my drawn liquidity. And you know what? I don't care. Shit happens. I protected my capital. That's all I care about. So going to market open, I was just I was just watching price. I didn't need to be in an entry. I didn't need to be um, entering and putting on risk for no reason, and I just sat patiently. And what did I see? I saw that we started displacing off market open, and so we just displaced right here. So my immediate draw on liquidity was this. It was around here, so we were clearly kind of like disrespecting this fair value gap, which was my original TP, but we were displacing. So my immediate draw was this low, this 1 hour low inside of this fair value gap. So what did I wait for? I waited for price to retrace into this fair value gap, create an SMT, an internal SMT, which we did. So ES, I really like this trade, this first trade, or the second trade, I mean. I really like this trade because ES was the lagging asset. ES was like all the way up here, and NQ was the leading asset towards my draws, and we were more bearish on this pair. So I was just waiting patiently. What was it? I took a short right here, somewhere around here. But the explanation for this trade was that we created a SMT with this low, we rebalanced like the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, and we got a very bearish reaction. So we had an SMT right here. Is it? Damn, bro. Let me write the SMT down. All right, that's besides the point. But we had an SMT there, and I entered off this small ass 15-second inverse. Stops here, which is about like 350. Was okay with that, and my main draw was this 30-minute or the 1 hour low. And as you can see, this trade should have been a fucking break even, because I entered and we hit the internal low, and it hit a 101. I don't know why I took an L in this trade, to be honest, because my entry was actually pretty fucking good. Yeah, I entered about at 69, so right here, and we hit this swing point, and we even hit a 1-to-1. But I just let it go back to my stop loss, or go back to my entry, and I got out about right here, which was a good idea. But this should have been a break even, not a loss. So I journaled this trade, and I learned from my lessons. There's no reason why I should be taking L's like this. But that's besides the point. I didn't tilt, stayed patient, and I just waited for my re-entry. So what did I do again? I noticed that we just that's exactly why I journaled too, because in my old system I could have been wrong. I would have tilted, right? Because my old system was just only taking one trade per day. But for this trade, I sized normally. I was okay with my L. I lost about what, like $200, $250. But it doesn't mean that I'm wrong, and that's exactly why I changed my rules in the first place. Because all as long as I'm okay with taking the L and I'm managed appropriately, I'm okay with it. And just knowing what I'm gonna tilt is what matters to me. So I noticed that we just wanted to come up again, and turtle soup is high, and at this point we still had a SMT. We had an SMT with ES, and we're delivering off this 1 minute gap. My drawn liquidity was still this low right here, so I looked for an entry. But a mini, we were getting very good displacement, and this is more of like a screen time thing. But I didn't have my stops at this turtle soup high, because this would have been a protected high, but I only had about like $250 left to risk. And with this momentum, I entered, where was it? Entered at 63. So I entered about right here with my stops. I'm 1.4. This is my last trade, and I had my stop right here just because we had so much momentum, and if we close this aggressively, or this aggressively under this inverse, I didn't even want this to go back up, and I just wanted it to deliver straight to my draw, which we did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I took one L, or one break even, one L, and one win. It was a pretty good day overall, not because of my P&L, but because I followed my rules and followed my system. Simple as that. The only thing I'm focused on right now is literally just taking setups that are part of my edge and risking appropriately and being okay with what I am losing. And so far, I'm really liking going back to my old system just because I am comfortable. I'm trading from a place of confidence and not just being scared and being very worried about just taking one trade per day, which I think is what was messing me up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my trade recap for today. I'm going to try my best just to keep being consistent, being in the right headspace every single day, doing what I need to do outside the charts in order to become a profitable trader, because I do realize that the way you do one thing is how you do everything, and that's why I'm also focused on building consistency and discipline outside of the charts. But yeah, enough yapping. I'll see y'all tomorrow from another trade recap, and yeah, kill it outside the markets today, man. Be consistent. God is great. God is good, and just trust in His timing. I'm gonna catch y'all.